chapter number 6, entropy. In standard 12, we have learned about entropy. ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ તો એન્ટ્રોપી એટલે અવ્યવસ્થાનું માપ, disorderedness, randomness. When the first law was invented, it was applied to the cycle, and we get the equation cyclic integral of dw is equal to j into cyclic integral of dq, where j in SI unit is 1. So we get equation cyclic integral dw is equal to cyclic integral dq. But when the first law was applied to any process, we get equation dq is equal to dE plus dw, where dE is total energy, dw is work done, total work done, and dq heat transfer. Now, if we neglect kinetic energy and potential energy from the term dE, we get du, that is internal energy. So, first law of application, we have found a new property that is known as internal energy. That's why first law of thermodynamics is known as conservation of energy law, but also known as law of internal energy. Same way, when second law was invented, it was first applied to the cycles like heat engine, heat pump, refrigerator, the device working in a cycle. But when it was applied to any process, we have invented a new property, and that new property is defined as entropy. So, second law of thermodynamics is also known as law of entropy. Before we learn more about entropy, we have to learn more concepts regarding entropy. So the first concept is two reversible adiabatic paths cannot intersect each other. ધારો કે બે રિવર્સિબલ એડિયાબેટિક પ્રોસેસ હોય તો તેમનો જે પાથ છે તે એકબીજાને ઇન્ટરસેક્ટ કરી શકે નહીં. આ વસ્તુ પ્રૂફ કરવા માટે આપણે એઝ્યુમ કરીએ કે બે રિવર્સિબલ એડિયાબેટિક પ્રોસેસ છે અને તે બંને પ્રોસેસનો પાથ એ રીતે છે કે તેઓ કોઈ એક પોઈન્ટ ઉપર ઇન્ટરસેક્ટ કરે છે. Suppose BC is one reversible adiabatic process and AC is another reversible adiabatic process which is intersecting at point C. Now, there is one reversible isotherm process such that it intersects AC at point A and BC at point B. So, we have three reversible processes: AB, that is reversible isotherm, BC and CA, two reversible adiabatics. So here we can see A, B, C, A. These three process makes a cycle. આ ત્રણ પ્રોસેસ થી એક સાયકલ બની ગઈ છે, ક્લોઝ સાયકલ. અને PV ડાયાગ્રામની અંદર the area under PV diagram gives net work output. તો અહીંયા આપણને સાયકલની અંદરનો જે એરિયા છે A, B, C, A એ આપણને આ સાયકલ દરમિયાન થતું નેટ વર્ક આઉટપુટ આપે છે. એનો મતલબ એમ થાય કે આ જે સાયકલ છે જે વર્ક પ્રોડ્યુસ કરે છે, that means it is a heat engine which produces work working in a cycle. So the area under PV diagram is net work output of a cycle. પણ આ પ્રકારની સાયકલ ઇમ્પોસિબલ છે. શા માટે ઇમ્પોસિબલ છે? આપણે ભણ્યા સેકન્ડ લો ઓફ થર્મોડાયનેમિક્સ અને જેમાં કેલ્વિન પ્લાન્ક સ્ટેટમેન્ટ પ્રમાણે it is impossible for any device to work as heat engine that operates in a cycle and receives heat from a single reservoir and produce net amount of work. Single reservoir, AB is a reversible isothermal. Here only we are interacting with this single reservoir, we are getting heat from this AB and we are producing net work output, that is area under this cycle. Okay, so according to Kelvin Planck statement, this is a violation of second law of thermodynamics. So the assumption that we have done that intersection of the reversible adiabatics is wrong. એનો મતલબ કે બે રિવર્સિબલ એડિયાબેટિક પ્રોસેસ BC અને AC કોઈ દિવસ એકબીજાને ઇન્ટરસેક્ટ કરશે નહીં. That means they will be parallel to each other like this. So these two constant property lines can never intersect each other. That means it must represent some property. અને આ પ્રોપર્ટી કઈ છે તે હજુ સુધી ડિફાઇન થયું નથી, જેને પાછળથી આપણે એન્ટ્રોપી તરીકે નામ આપ્યું છે. બરાબર, તો આ એક કન્સેપ્ટ છે. ત્યાર પછી લેટ અસ લર્ન અબાઉટ ક્લોસિયસ થિયરમ. ક્લોસિયસ થિયરમની અંદર બીજો એક કોન્સેપ્ટ આપણે શીખવો પડશે, અને તે છે સબસ્ટિટ્યુશન ઓફ અ રિવર્સિબલ પ્રોસેસ by the reversible isothermal and reversible adiabatic process. That means કોઈ પણ એક રિવર્સિબલ પ્રોસેસ હોય તો એ પ્રોસેસને આપણે બે એક રિવર્સિબલ આઇસોથર્મલ અને બે રિવર્સિબલ એડિયાબેટિક પ્રોસેસ વડે આપણે એને રિપ્લેસ કરી શકીએ છીએ. જસ્ટ ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ, let a system at state I in equilibrium state is changing its state from I to another equilibrium state F. So this is a reversible process changing from I to F, from path I to F. Now, if we want to replace this reversible process, we can use one reversible isothermal and a reversible adiabatic process. So let a reversible adiabatic IA and a reversible adiabatic BF be drawn in such a manner that A and B can be joined by a reversible isothermal. This is IA, reversible adiabatic. You can see IA and BF are parallel, not intersecting. So these two are reversible adiabatic process, IA and BF. And A to B is a reversible isothermal process. So we are replacing IF, this process IF, by IA, AB, BF, these three processes. Now, this replacement is done in such a way that the area, આ જે IF process છે, આ IF process ની અંદરનો એરિયા આટલો છે, અહીંયાથી આ I આવ્યા F અને I, this area and the area between અહીંયાથી પાછું I, A, B, F થી નીચે, this area must be equal. So here અહીં આપણી પાસે બે પ્રોસેસ છે, એક છે IF અને એક છે IABF. If we apply first law of thermodynamics to this process IF, first law for the process IF, QIF, heat transfer during this process IF, QIF is equal to du plus dW. du, internal energy, is a point function. It depends upon end state. So here end state is I and F. So du is equal to UF minus UI plus WIF. WIF means work done during this process IF, and that is area under PV diagram. So this area under this IF is WIF. Now we apply first law of thermodynamics to the second process IABF. Then the equation is QIABF is equal to, again, UF minus UI. Here we notice that for both the process end state are same, I and F. So internal energy is a point function. It depends upon end state. So here again we are writing du is equal to UF minus UI plus WIABF, that means area under curve IABF. So this area, and in the last concept we have already accepted that these two area must be equal. That means WIABF is equal to WIF. Here UF minus UI and UF minus UI both are equal. So we can say QIF is equal to QIABF. Now QIABF it is consisting of three processes IA, AB, BF. So QIABF is equal to QIA plus QAB plus QBF. Now QIA, it is a heat transfer during reversible adiabatics. Same way QBF, it is a heat transfer during reversible adiabatics. And the term adiabatics itself says adiabatic means heat transfer is zero. That means QIA and QBF are zero. So we are getting from this equation QIF is equal to QAB. That means heat transfer in process IF is equal to the heat transfer in isothermal process AB. So heat transfer during IF is equal to heat transfer during this isothermal process. So this is the second concept that we have to remember. Now let us apply these two concepts to this cycle. Here you can see this circle. It is a smooth closed curve representing a reversible cycle. This is a reversible cycle. Suppose it starts from A, it is going in this way and concludes again at A. So it is a closed smooth cycle. Now let us divide this closed cycle into large number of strips. Here you can see this is one strip AC, here BD, here EG, here FH. So we are dividing this cycle in number of strips. Same way, now in each strip may be closed at the top, here at the top and bottom by reversible isotherms. So here at the top you can see this is the reversible adiabatics, this and this, and at the top this is A1B1 is a reversible isothermal, C1D1 is a reversible isothermal. So let us assume this is A to B, it is a original reversible process, and this AB is replaced by reversible adiabatics this process, A1B1 isotherm and reversible adiabatic this process. Same way here CD is the original reversible process that is replaced by this reversible isotherm, adiabatics. This is reversible isotherm and this is reversible adiabatics. And this division is done in such a way that during all the heat transferred during all the isothermal process heat transfer during all the isothermal process is equal to heat transfer in the original cycle. So here we can see now this original cycle is replaced by large number of Carnot cycle. Why Carnot cycle? Carnot cycle is consist of two reversible adiabatics and two reversible isotherm. So this is one cycle A1, B1, D1, C1 where A1 to C1 reversible adiabatics, A1, B1 reversible isotherm, B1, D1 reversible adiabatics and D1, C1 reversible isotherm. So it is a one Carnot cycle. And this whole cycle is divided number of Carnot cycles. So let us consider first Carnot cycle. So A1, B1, D1 and C1 is a Carnot cycle which receives heat delta Q dQ1 during the process isotherm A1, B1 at a heat addition temperature of T1. Same way, it rejects heat dQ2 during the process D1C1 at the heat rejection temperature T2. So this is our Carnot cycle A1, B1, D1, C1, heat addition dQ1 at T1, dQ2 heat rejection at T2. So according to Carnot cycle efficiency, the efficiency is equal to 1 minus dQ2 upon dQ1. That is equal to 1 minus T2 by T1. So by comparing these two equations, we are getting dQ1 by dQ2 is equal to T1 by T2. So interchanging the terms, dQ1 upon T1 is equal to dQ2 upon T2. Since dQ2 is a heat rejection process and from sign convention, when heat is rejected from system to surrounding, it is considered as negative. So this is a term negative. If we જો આની આપણે બાજુ પલટ કરીએ, if we took to this side dq1 by t1 plus dq2 by t2, that is equal to 0. And this is we have derived from first cycle a1 b1 d1 c1. Same thing we can derive for another cycle, that is dq3 by t3 plus dq4 by t4 is equal to 0. And so on, we can get this equation for each cycle. And by combining all these equations for all cycle, for this cycle we can write dq1 by t1 plus dq2 by t2 plus dq3 by t3 plus dq4 by t4 plus dash dash dash, that is equal to 0. That means cyclic integral of dq by t is equal to 0 for reversible cycle or reversible process. Here R represent reversible. This is a cyclic integral. So cyclic integral dq by t for reversible cycle is equal to 0. And this equation is known as Clausius theorem. So the cyclic integral of dq by t for a reversible cycle is equal to 0. And this is known as Clausius theorem. And this is valid only for reversible cycle. So today we have learned first what is first law, and first law has given law of internal energy. Second law has given law of entropy. Then we have learned two concepts. The first concept was two reversible adiabatics can never intersect. Second concept is we can replace reversible process by reversible adiabatics, reversible isotherm and reversible adiabatics in such a way that the heat transfer during the reversible isotherm is equal to the heat transfer during the original process. And using these two concepts, we have derived Clausius theorem, that is cyclic integral of dq by t for a reversible cycle is 0. Thank you very much. We will proceed in next lecture.